Hello everyone, this is the governing body. These men is the ones that give us our spiritual food at the appointed time. All our literature, publications, these men have it distributed through the Watchtower, and they print it and they ship it to all the Jehovah Witnesses. From Jehovah Witnesses, we take these good news and going door to door, we try to show people that this is God's organization and Jehovah God is the one that's guiding these men to help us to gain accurate knowledge and learning about Jehovah God. The thing I'd like to bring out, we had different presidents. We had Charles T. Russell, Judge Rutherford, Nathan Knorr. These men has written different books. And I don't understand why we, Jehovah's Witnesses, have never read the books of our past presidents. It's something I never really thought of till one day I decided that I wanted to learn about the man that gave us the name Jehovah's Witnesses. He was the man that I wanted to learn more about. This is Judge Rutherford. He was the second president of the Watchtower Bible Society. He has written so many books, but none of Jehovah's Witnesses ever had his books, and some of them could have been lost or put aside that we never knew. I never knew. These here are some of his books he wrote. 1920, Millions Now Living Will Never Die. The Harp of God, Angels and Women. Creation, Government, Harp of God. Life. And we're going down, he wrote one on Jehovah, riches, enemies, salvation, religion, children. But the one I was very interested in reading, it was written in 1939, called Salvation. Salvation, 1939. This is one of his books that he wrote. And it was really interesting. 1939, Salvation, PDF, J.F. Rutherford. Here are some of the books I named now. Riches, Creation, Governments, Prophecy. Those are some of the books he wrote. And to prove that this is from the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, International Bible Students Association. 1939, Salvation. This is the color of the book. Title, Salvation. This book, if you haven't read it, you got to, because it's really, really very interesting. It opened my eyes. Please turn to page 31 if you download this book. It's called Beth Shurim. In San Diego, California, there is a small piece of land in which in the year of 1929 there was built a house which it is known as Beth Shurim. In Hebrew words, Beth Shurim means the house of princes. That's what this house was called, Beth Shurim. And if you keep reading on in this book, it talks about the faithful men of old will soon be resurrected by the Lord, be back on earth, and take charge of the visible affairs on the earth. And the title to Beth Shurim is vested in the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society in trust to be used by the President, which is Judge Rutherford, of the society and his assistance for the present and therefore to be forever at the disposal of the formant princess on the earth. Turn to page 312. Same book, Salvation. There's the picture of the house that Judge Rutherford lived, which the Bible Society in Brooklyn, New York, helped build this house. This is the picture of the house today. And it's still in California. Historical landmark number 474, and you can look that up and you'll find this house with that number 474 is a historical landmark. The name of the house is Beth Shurim, the houses of the princess. The city of San Diego. This plaque is on the house. And the same house was in the Book of Salvation, which no Jehovah's Witnesses today knows this house was built by the Watchtower Bible Society. And here's another part. To be sure, everything then on the earth will belong to the Lord, and neither the Lord nor the princes need others to build houses for them. Here's the best part. But it was thought well. I mean, they thought this would be a good idea for them to build this house. For it was for King David and others was supposed to be resurrected and live in this house. And so they thought well and pleasing to God that the affordable mented, I don't know how you say that word, house. No, this house was supposed to be built, as well as the testimony to the name of Jehovah, and showing faith in his announcing purpose. The house has served as a testimonial to many persons throughout the earth. So that means when they built this house, Beth Sherim, they had in all the publications all over this earth that this house was going to be built. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, King David, all these faithful men of old was supposed to be resurrected in 1925, and Judge Rutherford died in 1942, and the house that he built, this house that he built with the Watchtower people that believed in him that these men was going to come back to life, so they built this house for them, and he was supposed to live in it till they show up. Well, no, not show up. They were supposed to be resurrected back to life to come to the United States and live in this big mansion, 2 stories high, and it was deeded to them. All they had to do is come to the United States and show that they are King David, and all these men would have lived in this house and use it for themselves. And guess what? Judge Rutherford died in 1942. This house is still here. And what does it show? The Watchtower Bible Tract Society has lied, covered up this house, and no one's today in Jehovah's Witnesses don't know this house was built for false prophecies, lies, deceits, and the money-hungry president that gave us the name Jehovah's Witnesses, who lived in this big house in California. So I'm sorry, people. Here's the proof. The proof was in their literature. And these faithful men today, some of them was the governing body at that time, and they knew about the house that was built by society, the governing body, and they